Hey everybody, it's Moon Faye. So, anger is something we shouldn't feel, it's something that we should avoid at all costs. Um, that's what they tell us. Um, it's a volatile emotion. When you're angry, you're out of control, this, that, and the other. And I'm not saying that anger is not those things because anger, it can be a very volatile emotion. People go to prison for battering people. People go to prison for beating people to a pulp. People kill others because of anger and rage. So, I'm not sitting here and being deluded and saying that anger is not a very volatile emotion. But anger is not always a negative. Anger can motivate you. If you're sick and tired of injustices and it pisses you off and it makes you so mad, you'll go out there. If you're that mad about it, you'll go out there and do something. You'll protest, or maybe you'll run for some type of office to be some type of like representative to make change. Or on a smaller scale, if you're tired of somebody telling you how skinny you are or how fat you are, you are going to make the change and, bulk up or slim down because you're sick and tired of somebody telling you or saying something about your body that you I was thinking like, well, not everybody has control over that, but this goes for the people who do have control over, because their body. Because I know that there are conditions where people are heavier or people are skinnier, and there's nothing that they can do about it because it's like a medical condition. But I'm talking about like people who can, and you're sick and tired of hearing people talk about how scrawny you are or how fat you are. Getting mad about that will motivate you to make the change because at the end of the day, you're the only one who can. Um, there's righteous anger, but you have to like not let not let anger like take over your life and control you. That's where it gets tricky because there's people, I mean, like I said, people get out of control. People commit crimes against others, batter people, kill people because they're so enraged. And that's not an excuse. And they take lives, or they severely change somebody's life because of the injuries that they have inflicted upon somebody. And so like anger is a very tricky emotion, but it's like it's not always a negative emotion. It's like, oh, you're angry, you're out of control, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, it's like, well, anger can be a motivator. And I really do believe that. But if you are to the point where you want to harm another person, like if cause bodily harm to another, like you have a problem and you need to like, go address that, get some help for that. But anger definitely can be a motivator. And I don't think that anger should continuously be demonized. Um I mean, our Lord Jesus Christ, if you are a believer in him, and even if you're not, he did do this. He flipped the tables over. Um because there was, I don't remember the exact rundown of the whole entire like thing that happened, but I think the Pharisees were doing like some shisty stuff, and he was pissed off about that, and it was not right. It was not right. So even Jesus got mad and flipped the tables over. For I mean, so, there's righteous anger that occurs for a reason. And then there's motivational anger. But at some point, me and my mom were talking about this the other day. At some point, you have to let go of the anger, because then you're just letting people control you. And she's so right. She's so right. Who wants to let somebody control them forever? By being angry forever. But like I said, anger is a very good motivator. Volatile emotion, yes. Dangerous emotion, yes. But I feel like anger, I don't demonize anger. It's there for a reason. It's there when injustices occur. It's there when somebody is doing something wrong against you and you feel like you got to defend yourself. But violence, you can be you can be pissed and mad, but you don't have to resort to violence. So, but yeah, anger is not the enemy. Anger is justified. Anger is a motivator, but it can be volatile. And if you have anger problems, you just have to try to get them under control, because it's one of those emotions that can take over your life. And it's one of those emotions that, you can end up doing something that completely ruins your whole life and somebody else's life, and you pay for it for the rest of your life. So, but I don't think anger is the enemy. I really don't. I think that it's a very necessary emotion. And yeah, I think I've said everything I need to say. Anger recently has motivated me to do some things I need to do. So, yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I hope y'all are all doing wonderful and amazing. Wherever you are at in this big wide world, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my video about this. And I'll see you guys next time. And blessed be. Bye.